Okay, thank you so much. So, that was the fifth batch at our pitch battle stage. And dear jury, did you cast your votes? You've double-checked everything? Everything is correct, right? 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, who is going to la grande finale? First team, CoDG. Congratulations to them. And second team that is awarded by the golden ticket to get to the grand finale is Ubik Incorporated. What happens next? Now we're having a guest presentation on the stage, and I'd like to invite... Would you like to present yourself?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, join me on stage.
Okay, testing. Great. Thank you for having me here. And I feel a little bit humble and privileged because everybody got 3 minutes and I got 30. So some kind of unfair advantage, right? My name is Mitch Yang. I'm the managing partner of CE Fund at Taiwania. And this is my first time to Lithuania. So I arrived on Monday, and Monday afternoon I got a city tour. So I went around the city, I learned a lot about the city, the country, the people, the culture, and the history. And I'm truly amazed. And Lithuania and Lithuanian people are just great and fantastic. And also in the past 3 days, I've been visiting companies, VCs. And yesterday, that was the investor camp, and here I got this startup fairs. And I truly feel the dynamics and the energy and the interactions between startup and VCs and angel syndicates. And this community of all these entities together actually provide a very, very healthy environment for investor and also for the startup people as well. So I believe that actually Taiwan can learn a lot from your way of doing startup, VC, and angels. Okay, and before I started my presentation, I want to read something from this gentleman. Okay, this gentleman, his name is Kirill Galenko, and Kirill sent a message to me, and he wanted me to read it to people of Lithuania. Okay, and I want to thank the people of Lithuania for the support you have offered to Ukraine, being the first to stand with us in this painful time by becoming the first EU state that called all imports of Russian gas while also sending millions of euros in aid through organizations like Blue and Yellow. Lithuania is saving the lives of countless Ukrainians and removing the financial backbone of the invaders. And I want to thank you especially for opening your border to those fleeing the war, offering the transportation services to those seeking to come to Lithuania, and providing them with food, housing, and work. Your effort will help bring an end to this war and give those who lost everything another chance to rebuild their lives. You are giving a future back to those who have theirs taken away from them. And speaking as a refuge, that's one of the most meaningful things you can give. And Kira moved to Los Angeles when he was 6 with his parents, and Kira is my son-in-law. Slava Ukraini. Okay, let's talk about money, okay? Central Eastern Fund, Eastern Europe Fund was sponsored by Taiwan National Development Fund. And it started in March 2022, fund lasts 10 years. And the purpose of the fund is to enhance the industrial partnership and supply chain cooperation, and to strengthen common values. So what are the common values between us, Taiwanese, and Lithuania? Our common values are democracy, liberty, human rights, and rule of law. And with all these together, and with the money, then we can create something good and right. So if you create wealth and money and fortune through the right way, with the righteous way and just way, then those money can be used in the right direction. Otherwise, money will go to who? Go to oligarchs, their yacht, and into the war machine. And you know what happened. Okay, the fund size, 200 million. Target, startup and early stage company. In this case, it's probably A, pre-A, or a Series B. 2 to 10 million, the check size. The second one is joint venture investment project with expansion stage company or larger enterprises. The check size, the ticket size is 10 to 20 million. Region, here, CEE regions, and our top priorities is in Lithuania, Czechia, and Slovakia. That's 6 to 80%. That means 120 million to 160 million will invest in the top 3 countries. The rest will go to, 20% is 40% will go to the rest of country in the area. Targets for this Taiwanese company, but for company in these regions, you have to establish your business relationship with Taiwan, activity, sales, or you establish some kind of plan already doing it with a subsidiary, establish a subsidiary or branch in Taiwan. The number 3 is you want to establish or making up a concrete plan to establish a joint venture company with Taiwanese company. Okay, and what does it mean, concrete plan? Everybody asks, what is a concrete plan? Concrete plan means you write it down in your business plan, and make it as clear as possible. And we are going to do the deal. We are smart people. We are smart investors, okay? Yes, we have common value, but investor is to make money, right? So we are very, very smart. We're looking to your business plan and question you. So yes, because you are going to see the team. The team is great. Okay, the sectors. Semiconductor, Taiwan is very good at semiconductors. It's not just TSMC. This entire ecosystem, the entire supply chain, from a silicon ingot. You know, a silicon ingot is like a silicon, like a cylinder type of stuff. Then you cut it into wafers. And then from there, you go into design firm. Taiwan has big design firm like MediaTek and Realtek. They are among top 5 in the whole world. And of course, TSMC, everybody knows about it. And then they are testing and packaging company, big testing and packaging company for semiconductor. The number 1 in the world is called ASE. That's a Taiwanese company as well, okay? And laser optics, of course, you know, you guys are good at laser optics. Combined together, laser optics and semiconductor combined together, we are going to have something that is very innovative for the next generation of semiconductor in terms of packaging, in terms of putting things together. The laser is going to help to build new machine to come out with better and faster semiconductors. Biotech, EV, you know, there are company working on EV right here. FinTech, of course, there are tons of fintech companies. We are looking into fintech company investment. Aerospace. Now, Taiwan is starting our aerospace industry, and actually we have very good supply chain over there. So we are looking for partnership. Smartphone manufacturing. Your iPhone is made by a Taiwanese company, okay? And they are good at that. There are a lot of very smart Taiwanese company is doing that. But we need better software. We need people to work with. So you guys have better idea in software, in doing smart manufacturing. Come to us. Software development, that's a big area. But you know, you guys are good at software. Taiwanese are good at software, but many at a lower layer. You know, the 7 layers, your lower layer and upper layers, you guys pretty good. Smart city, okay, and integration of quite a few things. Okay, investment process. This is pretty much standard. Okay, this is, if you go to Silicon Valley, usually they do things this way. But we follow this standard process with discipline. It's not really religiously. We don't want to do things religiously, but it's with discipline because good discipline lead to good result. And good result means unicorn, right? So we started submitting your, submitting your BP with email. Then we will do some initial screening. After that, we'll sign an NDA. We started to do due diligence. So we are going to look into that. We are going to ask you hard questions. Okay, much, much harder than those judges, okay? Review by investment committee, and we sign an investment contract, complete a transfer. Voila, you got a $20 million. Okay, that's it. That's the CE. How much time we have? Oh, I guess 20 minutes left. Okay, I'm talking too fast. Okay, but I will have time for you guys to ask questions, because, hey, $200 million, right? Okay, we are Taiwania. Taiwania is founded in 2017. And we are a quasi, we call it quasi, I'm going to explain that. We are a quasi-national sovereign fund. And it's backed by resource and support from Taiwan government and private enterprises. So although the idea actually was sanctioned by our president, our wonderful President Tsai, but the company itself, the government only own a minority shares. So majority actually from private enterprise, banks, insurance company, and other financial institutes, private financial institutes. Ooh. And so that's Taiwania, and we are managing quite a few funds. All the other funds has the majority part of those funds are from private entity, except the fund. The fund I'm managing, the CE fund, 100% sponsored by the Taiwanese government. So Taiwania is harnessing the expertise of Taiwanese research because I talk about a lot of big companies and all the activity in research, R&D, engineering. And we want to serve, number two, serve as a global conduit. We want to be a conduit between Taiwan's ICT industry and biotech. Taiwan is very, very biotech as well because Taiwan's health insurance system, I consider it the top 5 in the world, maybe top 1, okay? And we want to have this ecosystem in Taiwan to communicate, to channel our resource with all over the world, with people, with companies all over the world, including here, Lithuania. And we are pioneer disruptive entrepreneurship. Okay, it's not exactly disruptive technology because disruptive entrepreneurship could be putting all things together to create something new. Like I just mentioned, our semiconductor packaging technology that can utilize your laser, right? Nobody here talk about laser, although Lithuania was famous for laser. I come here and say, nobody talk about laser, nobody talk about laser. But you guys should look into laser. You guys should look into laser because not just software and hardware, because the laser, if you put in the smart way, it looks a little bit old, right? Those laser engineers are old, right? Unlike you guys. I met some of laser engineers, but they are good. And with their technology combined with the new things, we're gonna have something really, really powerful. We have 3 offices, US offices, Taiwan offices. US is in Silicon Valley. We are establishing offices there. Actually, we are hiring someone here. We are going to have a person here representing us is a fully employee. Is going to be a full-time employee. And we already hired someone in Bratislava. So, okay, this is Taiwania. We actually, I think it's 49. We already got 49 company in our portfolio. The total asset under management is 665. CE 200. And we have 4 NASDAQ IPO in the past 3 years. 3 NASDAQ IPO. And actually, we got 6 exit and 4 are in NASDAQ. And I think 3 of them is in biotech. The other one is high tech. Okay, we got 3 funds in high tech. And Fund 1, Fund 2, and Fund 1, Fund 5, and Fund 6. And once the Buffalo Fund 6 close by August, in 2 months, we are going to add another $200 million So that will become 865. So I believe early next year, we will have $1 billion asset under management by Taiwania. And Central and Eastern Euro Fund, 200 mil. Okay, the Taiwania venture, I talk a lot about our venture a lot, but we have established investment and consultant team. I'm going to talk about a team. So we are very, very seasoned veterans. Number two, we are powered by Taiwanese government and enterprise. We talked about that already. Excellent track record, 4 IPO in 3 years on NASDAQ, and superior deal sourcing. That has everything. That has everything because we have this track record. We have a very, very good team. Then deals, well, people will bring deals to us. That's in California and in Taiwan, but not here. Okay, here we need your help. Okay, we need each and every one of you to come to us, and then we're looking in your case, or you can tell your friends and bring their cases to us. Okay. Okay, this is the team. David Wen is our CEO and our tech fund general partner. David worked for Cisco for years in a very early, so he's early year, and he was, early employee of Cisco, so he got a lot of stock option. So and I think at one time, he has like more than a few hundred, could be close to 1,000 engineers under him. So he's an engineer director. And after that, he got a lot of stock options from Cisco, right? So he started on his own VC. And so he has a lot of VC investment history. Chen Wu, you have to know Chen Wu. Chen Wu, if you go to Boston, the VC community in Boston call him what? A $6 billion man. In year 2000, he sold his company, 3-year-old company, at $5.7 billion to Cisco, just in 3 years. 5.7. That's 2000, no? Some of them may ever even born in 2000, right? 2000, $5.7 billion. This is a $6 billion man. Jerome Shen. Jerome is good, very, very good. That's why we got three biotech companies that IPO on NASDAQ, because he's good. And this is Mitch. It's me. I used to be a NASA engineer. I was in NASA for a few years. I was involved in the early stage of internet, very, very early stage. So I was involved in definition of IP. Do you know IPv6? Anybody here know IPv6? I was on the committee defining IPv6. IETF member, okay? So that's me. After NASA, I started my own company in 2017. It was acquired by a German company. They're here, Phoenix Contact. You heard about Phoenix Contact? Right here, right? So on the street, you can see Phoenix Contact's side. So they acquired me. Phoenix Contact is a 100-year-old company. Revenue is close to $3 billion. So they say, hey, Mitch, I want to buy your company. I say, okay. That's fine. So after that, I decided, to take some time off. And then one day, David called me and said, Mitch, there's something that you want to look at it? And voila, I'm here. Okay, so my life is kind of interesting. I've been through a lot, but somehow I feel that I was born for this. I was born for forging the relationship between Taiwan and CE, not just because of Kira and his friends. Yeah, so we are here. We are here to do something good. Slava Ukraini. And these are our portfolio. Okay, I need to do a little bit commercial. Okay, Taiwanese startup fair tomorrow. This is the one. Let me talk about this. It's going to be at the Rocket. So you guys can come tomorrow afternoon at 2. So you come to know more about Taiwanese company, and CE Fund, and myself. So we are going to have drinks. They say all you can drinks and Taiwanese snack. kind of difficult for us to bring Taiwanese beer. So we likely will have Lithuanian beer. And I have Lithuanian beers a lot at home in my fridge. Because I go to the convenience store and say, do you have Lithuanian beers? I say, yeah, you have to go to that store. And I went to that store to buy a Liar Furai, High Life convenience store. They sell Lithuanian beer. Started last year. So I have Lithuanian beer in my fridge. Unfortunately, I cannot put it, it's too heavy for me to bring, Taiwanese beer here. But you are welcome and to connect and to have fun, okay? And this is Taiwan's startup terrace. So it's in a city called Linkou. Linkou is about 20 to 30 minutes from Taipei, the city center of Taipei. It depends on how much beer you have, okay? Okay, yeah, you have a little bit more, probably only 15 minutes, okay? Okay, and it's a cluster, it's a community, it's a village for startups and other companies. So at Linkou, at Startup Terrace, we have 21 accelerators. We got 115 startups. We have 10 next-gen stores. I think Google or Amazon, Google has a store there, right? They want to test out the new technologies. With Taiwanese there. So they got a next generation store, and Taiwanese come and say, hey, I got some idea, for payment or whatever. They just go to that store. So Google set up a store right there, and your fintech stuff go there and test it out, because Google is willing to do that. So, hey, come here and set up your company, okay? I talked to Anita. And this digital transformation enterprise, there's 48 of them. So, and among these companies, 3 of them were there, and they come here to do the pitch battle. So I think that's it. Right? I'm done with the commercial. Okay, thank you very much. Any questions? I've got 9 minutes left. So.
Is it going to be big return of investment?
What?
Return on investment. Is it going to be big?
Big?
For 200 million.
Yeah.
What kind of rate of return you are expecting?
The return? Okay. Of course, we want to see 10-folds, 20-folds return. However, because we are coming together, right? We are generating wealth based on common value that won't be stolen by any oligarch, right? So we are willing to be a little bit more patient. We are willing to be a little bit more patient. But again, we are seasoned veterans of Silicon Valley. So we know how to value things. However, because of this special thing going on, because on behalf of Kira's friend, on behalf of your country, my country, we want to do the right thing. But we want to look at something sometimes a little bit intangible. It's not that, but intangible things sometimes is more valuable. Okay? Do I answer your question?
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Any other questions? Yes, that gentleman.
Hi. I just wanted to ask how concrete and tangible that relationship has to be between a Lithuanian company and a Taiwanese company.
You know what? Write it down on your business plan. We are going to, for instance, you say, hey, maybe this payment system can go to Taiwan and try that over there, right? So you got new fintech payments there. And you know what? The best way is to try to figure out maybe there are some Taiwanese companies willing to team up with you. So we can send that, we are not in the positioning doing like, we are not a government agency. Help is say, hey, this is a Taiwan, do the matchmaking. Somehow you have to do that yourself. But unlike, been through VC, right? If your business plan is not ready, say, this is not ready, I'm going to throw it out, right? But if your business plan is like 50 or 60% ready, not 90% ready, we are willing to help. We are going to, boost it. We are putting our expertise and help to make it become 80%, 90% ready. And then it's fundable. So we're willing to put in a little bit effort to make that happen, but we cannot, when you're only 10%, it's difficult for us to do anything for you. So you have to put in your effort. Sometimes you have to put in your money to make it happen. And in some cases, you already got some, say, company, you are talking to them, right? And they are willing to do it, then we will say, then, okay, you need 3 million. How about we give you 4 million? But the extra million you have to spend in Taiwan to do the team, to do something, to make things happen over there. Bring your technology over there.
Thank you.
Do I answer your question?
Yes, yes, you
Good.
did. Thank you.
Hello. I'm wondering if you're coming to Klaipėda tomorrow to visit Dancer Bus.
To what?
To Klaipėda to visit a Dancer Bus.
Sorry, I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, so I'll talk to you later.
Right.
Because I know we have some conversations. I'm talking about your fund and maybe some collaboration with
Okay.
an electric bus named
Oh,
Dancer.
yeah. Right. You know what? Yes. My schedule is kind of full for the rest of the week. But after that, Sunday, I'm flying to Bratislava and to Bucharest, and then back to Bratislava and go to Czech Republic. What's the capital city? Prague. Okay. And then I'll come back. So the day I come back to with David and other people, so three of them will come. So we have 4 people coming. So that will be in, I think started on June 10th. And they're already making up all the schedules. And especially, I think, our ambassador, Eric, is helping us to.
Yes.
So I'm not in charge of that schedule, but I think there are still some slots open. So you can talk to maybe Eric, our ambassador. Now he's
Okay.
going to help out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, sorry. I was just curious. I understand why you're investing in Lithuania. I was just curious, what's the reasons behind Czech Republic and Slovakia in the detriment of Latvia and Estonia, for example?
So you like to have the 200 million all by yourself? I know what you are trying to do.
I'm not even from Lithuania, but I am.
okay.
I'm rooting for the Baltic states. No, I'm just curious.
Okay, there are 2 reasons. First is the pandemic, right? So we send something around. We send masks and other equipment around. And then later, there are 3 countries, actually 4 of them, including Poland. So these 3 countries plus Poland sent us the vaccine. At that time, Taiwan didn't have any, so they sent us the vaccine. So very important. And why Lithuania? You know why Lithuania, right? Right. Because yesterday someone told me, people in Lithuania is asking, so why are we become the number 2 enemy of PRC, right? And number 1 is United States. How come we are number 2, right? Because we are doing the right thing, right? So when you guys doing the right thing, we are friends. It's more like family. Doing the right thing, we support each other. And that's why we're here. Okay, let's do the right thing.
I have a question.
Yes.
About how do you handle risks with China, like political risks?
With risk handling what?
Political risk with China.
Very, very good question. Very, very good question. I was about to share my own story, but it's too private, and I'm not going to share that. But again, when it happened, it happened. It's just like what happened right now with Ukraine, with Russia. When it happened, it happened. There are crazy people out there. Okay, we know one, the other one. I don't want to name it. But when that happened, we deal with it, and we believe that we got higher mission, we got higher value. Like I said, something intangible, and those are more valuable. So we'll deal with it when it happens. Okay, so with crazy guys like Putin, how can he mitigate that? How do you prepare for that? Tell me. So that's my answer.
Okay. Thank you, Mitch.
Yes.
Actually, it's a very great talk, and I'm not asking
Thank you
question.
very
I'm Leo from South Terrence. I
Okay.
just want to answer the question by the gentleman that about if you have a problem to looking for a partner. I mean, it's a Taiwanese startup companies. Feel free to contact us, and also please join our event. Tomorrow afternoon, I believe that we can help you to find your, suitable partner tomorrow.
Yeah,
and not
come.
not only tomorrow, in the future. That's my comment. Thank you.
Any question? Thank you very much, and welcome to the Rocket tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Girdžiuos. Yeah. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you for what you're doing, everyone. Thank you so much for an amazing day. Thank you so much for a day full of energy. This stage has ended. We're waiting for everyone in the main stage because the La Grande Finale will start pretty much soon. Thank you so much once again, and see you all next year.